Hi. Welcome to my home. My name is Laura. I'm so happy you are here today. I totally need your help with my homework assignment. Want to help me out? Let's go. So, I have a writing assignment today. My teacher taught us about personal narratives, and about how we needed to choose a memorable moment, with a good problem, so our narrative would not be boring. I could really use your help for choosing my topic. Here are my class notes so you know what I mean. Mrs. Taylor explained that the best moments to pick for narratives are moments that are memorable, or easily remembered. Moments that are extra happy, like a birthday party. Or others that are scary, like when you got lost in a mall. Or sad, like when you had to say goodbye to a friend who moved to another town. Imagine your life is a big juicy watermelon, and those special moments are the seeds. In narratives, we zoom in on the seed moments to tell what happened using details to describe how events happened in order. Personal narratives have certain characteristics. They are short stories, tell about an event that happened to you in real life, are told in first-person point of view, so they use words like I, my and mine, have characters, setting in a sequence of events, and use verbs in past tense. A personal narrative has 3 parts. The beginning explains the setting and who was with you in that moment. Starts with a hook or catchy lead to get the reader's attention. The middle shows the sequence of events that led to the problem of your story. The ending tells how the problem was solved, and why was this experience memorable to you. Speaking of memorable moments, I have a ton of them from my last summer trip to Maine. It was my first time visiting my cousins and we did lots of fun stuff. Luckily I took photos of my favorite and not so favorite ones. Which of these would be the most interesting one to write about? What would you pick if you were me? I could write about the endless road trip where I listened to my dad's awful 90s playlist. Or about how my older cousins chose to stay home reading one day while I wanted to go sightseeing. I could also write about my first time eating lobsters. Ew. Or about that camping trip we did to the White Mountain Forest, where we had a surprise and unwanted visitor. Not so easy to choose, huh? You are right. I should totally pick the camping trip. It is exciting, fun and scary enough to keep people interested on it. Besides, it has some mysterious ring to it too. Let's write it down. My first camp night. It was a dark and scary night. The moon shone bright. You could hear the hooting of owls, and the howling of the wild wolves through the mountain ranges. My cousins and I planned a camp night in a national forest in White Mountain, Maine. It is a beautiful forest located in the Appalachian Valley. Our trip started just like any other camp night. The struggle with the tent, the spooky stories around the fire, and the delicious smell of the roasted marshmallows. My oldest cousin, Jack, told us about a monster who supposedly lived in those lands. The Sasquatch. A gigantic hairy creature, with sharp teeth and claws so big that could tear trees down with just a scratch. Of course, my other cousin, Oscar, and I, did not believe in those stories, so after his tale, we decided to go to sleep. It was past midnight when I heard it. Slowly first, but then more clearly. The sniffing, the clattering of the moving pots, something rummaging through our trash. Something was out there. Jack was so scared, he started trembling. Oscar and I were scared too, but we were more curious to know if the stories about the Sasquatch were true. We gathered our courage and opened the tent just enough to see a dog. It was a cute little puppy who appeared to be lost from his owners and was looking for food. We took him in, and reported him to the authorities. The guards found the owners who were so glad to have their dog back that they made a feast in our honor, with hot chocolate and s'mores. In the end, Jack learned that scary stories are best told during the day, and Oscar and I discovered we were braver than we thought. We did it. Now let's do a quick recap. Personal narratives are stories about a specific moment of your life, written in first-person point of view. They have characters, Setting the problem. Personal narratives are short, but filled with meaningful details and strong emotions. They have a beginning, a middle, and an ending and are most of the time told in sequence, using past tenses. Thank you so much for your help. I couldn't have done this without you. I can't wait for Ms. Taylor to read this amazing piece. Well, got to go. See you next time.